Landscape photography has a long history that stretches back to the 19th century. In those days, large, unwieldy cameras accompanied geological expeditions in the West and documented the discovery of natural wonders like Yosemite. Today, award-winning Canadian photographer Philip Jessup is continuing this tradition, but he is documenting landscapes that we are losing rather than discovering. Global environmental change is permanently altering the face of wilderness. Philip aims to record and preserve the fleeting beauty of these wild places that may be gone one day. Global warming is disrupting the Earth's environment. The global average temperature has risen almost 1 degree Celsius over the past 100 years, and could rise as much as 4 degrees by 2100. Arctic sea ice is disappearing, and glaciers are melting worldwide, raising sea levels. In some Inuit villages, shorter ice seasons are curtailing traditional hunting, leaving their communities short of the vital protein they need. We think of the Arctic as the Earth's most vulnerable place, but valuable wetlands along ocean coastlines are also threatened everywhere by sea level rise. Meanwhile, many urban watersheds are experiencing severe drought due to extreme weather, putting local water supplies at risk. Philip's interest in photography began as a teenager. On long canoe trips with high school buddies in the Maine backwoods, he photographed pristine forests, wild rapids, and remote lakes. Those intense wilderness experiences became the touchstone for his later decision to become a serious photographer. Philip is fortunate to live near one of Toronto's largest ravines. The Don Valley is a remarkable place to observe environmental change and to explore his photographic interests. Around 12,000 years ago, what we now call Toronto was submerged under mile-high ice. As the glaciers retreated, rapidly flowing meltwater carved deep ravines in the glacial till. As the city developed, the ravines became corridors for rail, cars, sewers, utilities, and industry. However, pockets of wilderness still remain and are even expanding. Philip uncovered these thriving places in his photographic survey called The Secret Hollows. This project landed Philip exhibitions at the Toronto Brickworks and Canadian Embassy in London. The magazine, Canadian Geographic, ran a 12-page photo essay. One image in the project also won a Royal Photographic Society Award in England. Soon, the Victoria and Albert Museum and multinational companies began acquiring Philip's work. Spurred by this positive reception, Philip continued surveying rivers and wilderness in London, Beijing, and Shanghai. During a 5-month secondment to the Mayor of London, Philip spent weeks biking the networks of rivers and canals of the Lee Valley. There, he found and photographed wilderness amidst the engineered infrastructure. During this time, London was getting ready for the 2012 Olympics. Philip was fortunate to capture images of the lower Lee Valley on the cusp of a profound transformation. Sadly, many of the hidden pockets of wilderness Philip photographed along derelict riverbanks are now gone. After changing jobs, Philip continued to survey environmental change in urban watersheds in both Beijing and Shanghai. Philip was fortunate to spend much time in China developing new initiatives for the Climate Group, while plying his cameras on weekends. With a Vital People Award from the Toronto Foundation, Philip launched a new project, Imperiled Landscapes. This enabled him to travel to Pond Inlet, Baffin Island for several weeks in 2007 to photograph the melting ice and permafrost in and around an Inuit hamlet located above the Arctic Circle. Philip has also traveled to Hong Kong and Australia, capturing images of a world-class mangrove forest along China's coast that could be inundated as sea levels rise. He also traveled to Melbourne's largest dams and photographed a severe drought affecting the city's wilderness watershed. Philip is now pursuing his Imperiled Landscapes project full-time. His next destination is the Republic of the Marshall Islands. The nation's atolls will likely be underwater by 2100, and a Pacific people and its culture will sadly have to relocate and disperse. Philip aims to create a visual record for future generations of places that may disappear as the Earth warms. He believes that photography can help us better appreciate what we are losing. He hopes this will open our eyes to the moral impact of what, as humans, we are doing to the planet.